everyone? Welcome to FloTrack's The Meetup presented by Diadora. Performance first, crafted and tested in their Italy HQ. Diadora is built for speed and the choice of Marco Langen and Simeon Birnbaum. What's up, everyone? Welcome again. My name is Nia Gibson, and joined with me, I have DeVontae Ford and English Gardner. DeVontae, you good?
Yes, I'm good. I was just looking at a couple things in the mirror and thinking about a couple things unrelated. But yeah, feeling great today. Always a great episode when the great English Gardner's on here with me. So, hello.
I love it.
Hey, I'm amongst greats. I'm amongst greats.
Oh my God, English. How are you doing? It's been a minute.
I'm good. It has been a minute. I took a little break. I've been itching to get back to y'all, get back to TV. I love the meetup, so this is a good introduction to getting back on to air. And so yeah, I'm excited. I'm hanging out with you guys today.
We always love having you, but you're not the only guest analyst here today. We have someone making their meetup debut. You guys might know him. I don't know, but he is the Olympic champion, world champion for Team USA, and a three-time Diamond League champion. Some may call him Mr. Diamond League, the one and only Justin Gatlin. Welcome.
What's up? What's up? What's up? I heard this is where the greats are meeting at. So
yeah,
I'm
man.
glad to be here with y'all, man.
Yes, welcome, welcome. And I want you to know, Justin, DeVontae noticed, English noticed, you're stuck with me now. So welcome to Death Row, and I'm happy you're here.
Hey, I'm here. I'm all for it. Let's go ahead and get into these shenanigans.
Let's do it.
I like them trophies behind you, man. Them look too good.
You like that? Look at that. Look at all three of them right there. All English. You looking? Which one you want to hold?
Yeah, you'll have one less.
Momentarily.
I want the one that means the most. What's that? 2015?
Let me go through it. 2015, 13, 14. Man, it's too many. Let's move on with the show. It's too many to talk about.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. With that being said, guys, I'm ready to have some fun. You guys ready to do this thing?
I'm always ready.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Diamond League Lausanne comes up this weekend, and it's going to be, as all the Diamond Leagues were, just showtime, magic, blockbuster, tune in. And let's start off with some long distance chat. The men's 5,000 features Graham Blanks, Grant Fisher, Jakob Ingebrigtsen, Parker Wolf, Nico Young. Those are some of the few that are highlighting the field, but obviously we have Beranu Balu, number 2 in the world, who has been rocking it this season. This is the first time in a while, guys, that it feels as though that very large gap between East Africans and Americans it's kind of closing a bit. They're in contention. It's not just like you can count on the Kenyans and the Ethiopians to rock it out. So what are our expectations as we go into this Diamond League and a heavy American presence?
Well, Grant Fisher is one of those athletes you can never count out no matter what's going on, whatever the race. And he can shock you. He's pretty high up in the world, ranked pretty high. I think he's 8th right now, actually, if I'm not mistaken, right? And so, 6th, actually, yeah, even better. And so you can never count Grant Fisher out. I'm really looking at him to help the younger guys come up because Nico is still fairly young, honestly. Same thing with Parker. I know he's recently out the NCAA. And so my eyes are on Grant Fisher for this race, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually have my eyes on Graham Blanks. He's been sneaky this season. Yeah, he's been sneaky this season. He's actually ranked number 8th in the world right now. He's been climbing the ranks, having a lot of Diamond League showings, and I think it's been pretty promising. Justin, I'm going to toss it to you. What are your thoughts?
I think it's going to be a close race, to be honest. I mean, even though with Balu, his 12:47 he has, but all the guys are right there with each other. They're 12:49, .99, 61. And you got some of them nip at the heels at 12:50. So I think that it's going to come down to the fact of they're going to be jockeying the position with the last 50 meters to go.
I think it all depends on how tactical it ends up. Because if it turns to a tactical race, this race is anyone's. Like Justin said, everyone's right there. And whenever you have people with such close PRs, if everyone's relaxing and chilling, it all comes down to who has the best kick in that last. For them, 800 meters, is like the kick. But yeah.
I agree for sure. English, what do you think?
I'm saying Blanks, man, because I like if it's a tactical race, then it gives him the opportunity to just show his youth. So I'm thinking that he's gonna go in there and shock everybody. I'm always with the person who is not like the first to pick. I like an underdog, and I hate even calling him an underdog, but I'm going for him for sure.
I am too, because I actually, if it is a tactful race, I don't like Grant for that. Like, not that he doesn't have a kick, but he's strong. He is so strong. So if he runs his race, he can win this whole thing. But I don't know if I love that strategy for him, because I've seen it happen a couple of times. It happened at USA's, and it just didn't go in his favor.
Yeah.
And he just got outkicked.
Well, let's hope and pray and cross our fingers for Grant Fisher then.
Yeah, I want to see him. I want to see him run the way he ran earlier in Diamond League season when he won that 5K. That's what I want to see from him. But it can't be a tactful race. That's my big prediction.
Take it off rip then.
He has to.
Gutsy.
He can, and he is gutsy. Right words you're using. Because let's move on to the women's 800. Femke Bol, this is her first season running the 800, and you would never know. The way she is just not only good, she's always been good, she's always been fit, she is a world-class athlete. But the fact of the matter is, she's competitive. She is very competitive. This past weekend at European Championships, she equaled the Dutch national record that was set in 1992. She ran 1:55.54. Again, need I remind you, this is her first time running and contesting at the world-class level in the 800. And joined with her will be Sage Herta-Klecker, Lillian O'Dira, Audrey Wero, who's very close to that world record, I may add. So watch the clock, and Addie Wiley.
I'm always going to bet on Femke just because she was a 400 hurdler. But it's so crazy because throughout the year, I keep forgetting that that's actually her event because she's excelling in the 800, making so much progress. And I think if this was any other era, she'd be probably the greatest the 800 runner in the world. And it's just really kind of unfortunate for her that this off year, for some reason, everyone's going crazy in the 800. The 800 world record probably get broken, and she's more than likely going to be in that race. We spoke actually earlier this year saying that if the 800 world record is going to go down, Femke might be in that race.
She has to be. She is in the race. I got my eyes on Audrey, but before I give my thoughts for real, English, what do you think?
Wero all the way, man. She's that beast, man. I just think that, like DeVontae said, with Bol being in the race, it kind of sets up the world record to go down. I think that I was talking to Kara Goucher, and she said that eventually, next couple of years, if Femke stays in this 800, that is just going to be a growth for her in this event. And I just see her dominating. I think right now she's trying to find her footing in it. And even though it's an amazing footing right now, I think that there's just some more growth race tactics that she has to get. So I'm definitely going Wero, but Bol's not going to be far behind.
Justin?
For me, I like Femke Bol in this one. It's a good test for her. Wero is on fire right now, and I think them duking it out is going to show where Femke could be. And when you look at her in her hurdling dominance, I was like, why are you leaving the 400 hurdles? Your time for you to dominate it. Sydney's not there, so you don't have to really jock for position. It's an open lane for you. But it shows me what kind of athlete she is. She needs to be tested. Mm-hmm. She needs to know exactly where she is, and she's always constantly pushing herself. So her jumping into this 800, like you said earlier, you never seen her compete like this before, right? She's really feeling herself out through the runs. She's really trying to attack towards the end. But I think Wero is going to give her an opportunity to really show who she really is in this race.
It's going to be exciting for sure. And I think Femke, she caught everybody by surprise. I don't know if, I genuinely don't know if people, I think she was going to do well. I think her 400 hurdling strength definitely translates well to the 800. But I don't know if people thought she was going to be doing this well. Bear in mind, I see your face, DeVontae, but bear in mind, she equaled the Dutch national record within her first year. So I expected her to be in certain conversations, but maybe not this one. Now, that was one point. I think the second point is I think she breaks her national record in this race. Third point is I don't have this on world record watch necessarily because I don't think a world record goes down without Keely in that race. But what do you want to say? Because you got something to say.
I do have something to say. All right, let's take a second. Let's take a step back real quick.
Okay.
No one expected this. No one seen this coming. Oh, what's going on, blah, blah. I know one man who said this a long time ago. You can roll the tape for all you want.
You're about to piss me off.
I distinctly remember DeVontae Ford saying, oh, yeah, she's going to go crazy and get fairly close to the world record, run very exceptional all year. And I said that she would probably break a national record. I said that verbatim, actually.
Which
you can roll the
episode
tape
was
for me.
that?
You think I know the episode number? Come on,
it didn't
man.
happen.
But I've said that multiple times. I've said she's a woman to watch. I said she was going to leave championships with a medal in the 800, and everyone looked at me like I was crazy. Everyone said, oh, no, I just think the field's too deep this year, DeVontae. No, that's not the case. I told you guys, one thing you never do is not trust one of DeVontae Ford's takes, because at the end of the day, almost everything I say has come true. So let's not say no one, because someone did believe in her, all right? Listen, 400 hurdle support, all right?
No, let's not move my words around. It's not that I said that nobody believed her. I don't think anyone believed that she would be in this conversation when you're talking about top 3, top 4 in the world in the 800.
Right.
That's completely stacked right now.
Right.
You're
I have
irritating.
to kind of agree with DeVontae on this, because we've watched the progression of Phil Cabal through the last couple of years, and she's made leaps and bounds. If Sydney wasn't there, she would be the greatest 400 hurdler of all time.
By far.
By far. So we're watching her in the 800, learning her way through the 800. Once she gets comfortable, we may see that same Phil Cabal that blossom in the 400 hurdles.
Oh my God, Justin, thank God you're here. Justin, I literally said the same thing. I said, listen, every year you see her just continuously make jumps and gaps. And everyone's like, they told me a few shows ago, they said, oh no, that's not gonna happen though.
No, we said this year. We said this year.
They said once you make those big jumps, it's a lot harder. And I understand it is harder. But for athletes like that, we've seen her continuously make the big jumps from 52 to 51. That's crazy. From 51 to 50 point. Insane. Fast times in the open form and being ran over hurdles. And it's like she's shown time and time again that leaps and bounds are not leaps and bounds for her. They're just simply skips and hops.
I agree. I was talking about this year, though. Because
okay.
the
perspective is all that matters. Right?
Okay.
I'm going to make you a villain today.
All right, guys, let's move on to the women's 100-meter hurdles. All season, it's been the Masai Russell show, and I don't think it's going to change. But obviously, it's never, ever, ever an easy field with the women's 100-meter hurdles, one of the deepest events in track and field right now. So joining her will be Aaliyah Armstrong, Alacia Johnson, Renaya Jones, Dataji Kimbunji, Demisha Roswell, and Nadine Visser. So tough field for sure. Olympic champ versus world champ, along with other contenders. Aaliyah Armstrong, a newly national champion, and Renaya Jones, who's obviously been kind of sneakily climbing the rankings and being super duper competitive this season. She's kind of having like her breakout year. So again, never going to be an easy campaign in the 100-meter hurdles, but thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of my domain, so let me go to work, actually. For starters, 2 Texas Tech alums in that race, actually. That's kind of crazy, Wreck them, I always got to show my love when I can. But no, my eyes are on Renaya, outside of Masai, obviously. But Renaya, the last time they raced, Renaya was right there, and I believe if she was in the lane next to Masai, it would have been even faster time for her. I'm not saying she would have taken Masai down by any means, but I think Renaya is the woman to watch outside of Masai Russell, because she's continuously been progressing this year. And as a hurdler, when you continuously run a time, she's ran that 12.4, 12.4. She's been running fast all year. I think that means she has something bigger in the tank. And if you watch her technique when she's hurdling, she can go even faster, but it comes from the control within the middle of the race, because Renaya has a lot of foot speed, and a lot of times you can see that foot speed interfere with the way she hurdles. It tends to get a little sloppy, and she's a lot cleaner this year than other years, because I've looked at some videos from 2-3 years ago, my goodness. But it's way better now. So Renaya and also Demisha, because she was so good. Back when Masai was in college, Demisha and Masai were head-to-head, I think 3 years ago, actually. And Demisha kind of went through those things. You've seen her off the radar a little bit, didn't have the best, final years of Tech. And it's crazy because now it's like she's fully blossoming. A lot of people are like, oh, who is this girl? Who is this? And it's like, well, she's been that good. She was running that fast a few years ago. But, sometimes things happen in the career. But shout out and kudos to her. But I'm really excited about this race as a whole. I really want to see how Masai performs after getting some rest. Because those fast times we were seeing early in the season, it just felt like I'm seeing her every few days. And consistently running that fast, you get scared of an athlete burning out. And so now that your nervous system has had the time to adjust to those fast times you ran this season and go out there and, run on fresh legs, who knows what's going to happen.
So you guys know I have words for sure, but before I start yapping, I want to hear from both Justin and English. Justin, I'm going to start with you.
Obviously we know this year is the Masai Russell show. She's been turning out times, amazing performances. Even under pressure, she's delivered. We know that. But we also can see that certain athletes are coming along the way. You got Lele, who's in that 12-3 shape again, consistently in her runs. You're also looking at Aaliyah Armstrong, who's the new national champion, like you said earlier, Nia, and she's showing more confidence as well. And when you become a national champion, you have a little bit of confidence in you. You're like, look, hold on. I'm the champ. Like, I can get this done real quick. So we may also see a PR from Aaliyah Armstrong again, if she's not taxed and tired, but also Lele's the dark horse, because we know Lele can get going. It's about her operating through traffic and not being too aggressive in her runs and staying controlled within herself. When you talk about Masai and you watch a lot of what Masai has talked about through her post interviews, she's not worried about racing or competing. She's worried about precision now. She's worried about making sure all her steps are right, her angles are right, pushing away from the hurdles correctly, coming down off the hurdles correctly, and getting to that finish line so she can be able to race against time and go challenge history. That's where she's at right now.
100%.
Yeah, I have to
English?
agree with that. I think all eyes are on Masai right now, especially my eyes. I'm a Masai fan. Masai stand down to the bone. And I just really think that this little break that she had, I know she went back in the lab. I know she went and got a little bit more weight room underneath her. I know she got a little bit more precision in her training. And so I just see her running a very technical race, like Justin said. And having those other competitors like Lele in the race that can push her to, I think I've been calling for her to break this world record in the 100-meter hurdles. I'm going to keep that to myself because obviously it created an extra pressure for her this season. So, but I would love to see it. So I just think that the break might just let her be able to get a little bit more rhythm and get that race that she needs.
When I spoke to Masai at LA Grand Prix, she 100% is a great athlete, but aside from that, she is full of wisdom. And it seems as though she used her experiences, the ups and the downs, to methodically calculate like where she's at right now in her career. Her biggest thing that she's learned this season is the power of recovery, like, and not to get excited if you're running these super fast times. So the fact that she and her team, they're both so intentional about, okay, you ran this fast time this week, this fast time this week. All right, let's shut it down, get back in the lab a little bit, and then come back and see where we're at. It seems like they have the formula. They got it, and they have like the perfect storm and they built the perfect hurdler. So that mixed in with the level of competition that we're seeing right now is the perfect storm for a world record to go down at some point between now and World Ultimates, if not at World Ultimates. But in the field too, I think I have my eyes on Aaliyah and DeVontae. Aaliyah, to everyone's point, is a national champion now. When I spoke to her at USA's, her biggest thing was like, I'm fast. I'm faster than I've ever been. And I finally learned how to balance that with control over the hurdles. And it feels so good that that is coming into fruition and showing up in competition. DeVontae is still the reigning world champion. And I think it says something where despite where you fall on the seeding list, you show up regardless.
Yes.
It doesn't matter where you are in anyone's contention, you show up. DeVontae's not scared. And I've been a little bit confused as to why she hasn't been, and this is to myself too, in certain conversations. This is the world champion for a reason. It was not a fluke. She showed up and she hurdled. That was the race of her life. And I think she's been running really, really well this season.
I think the only reason she hasn't been in the conversations and like as prevalent whenever we talk about it is because you got to think, Toby's your world record holder. She's very active, you know. Renaya is like the new girl on the block right now in the world. She's popping off. Everyone always pays attention to the person that's coming up, you know. Masai's your defending Olympic champion. Even with Alicia has been there to those major championships and done those things, but she's constantly being compared to Masai, you know. And so with those four right there off rip, that's four people that you know you kind of have on your mind a little more. Even Kenny is like, she's the former world record holder. And so there's so many different reasons that people could not be talking about her. And it's just a matter of ignorance from some people, you know, because a lot of people, they want the big stars, and Masai's running fast this year. So it's like, if you look at what's going on this year, plus like recency bias, plus what she has done in the past, it's like, well, Masai's running fast and she's the Olympic champion, the defending Olympic champion. And so those two things alone makes her stand just like glossy and glory over everyone else right now.
I couldn't agree more. But I just want to be here to remind people Tasha's
Yeah.
still very much so in the conversation. And I know it's easy to become prisoners of the moment. It's easy to, the sports vary. What have you done for me lately? But listen, she's here. And
the 100 hurdles are such a saturated event,
Yeah.
too. It's like it's so difficult because it's like so many people could be a world champion, an Olympic champion in this one event. So it's really tough to. Sometimes you can get lost in the sauce.
It's easy to. And honestly, as fans, we are very, very spoiled. So I'm excited to see what happens this weekend. That's not the only thing happening this weekend. The men's 800, guys, this is going to be a good race. Brandon Miller, we talk about people having the seasons of their lives. He's recently PR'd. He ran 142.19. I do think this is the race he goes into that 141 category, but he is not alone. Of course, he is not alone. Marco Arop and Emmanuel Wignoni also headlines the race with him. He's running with some dogs, and Brandon has showed that he is no puppy.
I think Diamond League has learned, hey, if there's a Diamond League 800 coming up, let's get Brandon Miller in there, because he wasn't supposed to run at that Diamond League where he ran that 142. And to see him go out there, get out there last minute and run crazy like that, that tells me he's in the shape he looks like he's in. All season long, every race I've seen of Brandon, he's just attacking that third 100, insanely aggressive and just showing how fit he actually is, how strong he actually is, and that height obviously does not matter because he doesn't have the longest legs. He's not a giant like the rest of the 800 runners. But listen, that does not matter. All right, what they say, 10% legs, 90% heart, something like that. And I'm excited to watch him. I love watching dogs race. Now, Marco Arop, he did the whole Arizona training, the altitude for a long period of time. And so just watching him come out there and compete, I think this race is genuinely going to be same level hype as Cooper and Brandon at Prefontaine.
Why
Well, not even same, but like way more, but even more.
But why are you not talking about Emmanuel?
All three.
Oh,
Honestly,
okay, I was
listen,
about to say,
it's a
not
3
too
or 2.
much.
But listen, I love performers and the way Brandon has made everything a thriller. How excited I get watching him compete. He's a showman. Brandon Miller is a showman.
Oh, 100%. If he wears the bandana, belt.
Man, look, he got the bandana on. I've been seeing his social media. You feel me? I've been seeing his social media posts lately. Like he got it all. The swag. Brandon Miller is one of the greatest athletes in the world right now, as a whole.
Okay.
On the track, off the track, great guy. Seemingly, I'm really excited to watch this race.
It's going to be a good one. I have him on PR Watch, and I'm wondering what Emmanuel Wignoni is going to do, because this is also a version of him that's not fresh off of a 1,000-meter world record. I do believe his legs were a bit heavy in London, but I'm excited to see where they can pull each other, obviously, with Marco in the field. English, what do you think?
I DM'd Brandon and I said, I need you to turn me up this meet, man. I need you to show me something. And he gave me one of these and said, consider it done. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's going to go out there and run a very great race. I think something that stuck out to me was when we interviewed Josh Kerr about his world record, he said something about Brandon that made it so scary for me. He said, I took Brandon under my wing and I taught him how to race. And so we've seen a dog in him since AAU, right? Brandon has been one of the most phenomenal runners coming up in the junior Olympic world and the youth ranks. And I think now he has developed this grown man strength, this grown man racing, and we're just seeing him just come in fruition of what we've already known him to be. So I think it's going to, I'm a Wignoni. I love Wignoni, but I just don't think that he's going to be able to answer to the chip that's on Brandon's shoulder right now.
And that kick is lethal.
That kick is
lethal.
And that kick says, I don't care who's in front of me.
Yeah.
I have not seen anyone survive that kick this year.
Yeah, Brandon's fast.
He's been training with Kurt, you know?
Kurt didn't even survive that kick. You feel me? That's a good, listen, he's training with Kurt, and Kurt didn't even survive that kick.
He's doing sprint. He's really doing legit sprint workouts. Like, if you watch some of his workouts, he's rolling through, doing like flying 30s, flying 60s, flying 80s. He's really sprinting. So that's a problem for these guys that are going to be in the event with him, especially if he has the lung capacity to keep up with them enough to get to that last 100 meters. Brandon has a secret weapon, and his secret weapon is the fact of he has Josh Kerr. That's iron sharpening iron, and they don't have to go directly against each other. So that's Kerr leaning into his ear saying, hey, dog, this is what you need to do to beat Wyoming. This is what you need to do to beat Emmanuel. This is what you need to do to beat A-Rob. Like, this is he's helping him strategize, and you can see that in Brandon's race. Brandon, like you said, English has always been a dog, but now he's found his scent. Now he knows how to lock in. And when you have someone that's in your corner that's already still actively running, it makes you feel like when you step on that starting line, you're stepping out there with a team behind you, an army behind you that's pushing you to be the best. And you bounce off each other. And we do it all the time, English, when we was out there competing for Team USA. When you see your training partner or your countryman out there doing big things, you like, my turn. I'm about to show you what it is. And I think this is going to be a great race and a great tester for Brandon to see exactly where he can stay consistent in his runs against these big guys.
Oh, I love it. Is that your pick?
Brandon's my pick.
All right.
Brandon's my pick. I'm going to wear a bandana on the day and everything.
Oh, wait. You know you have to do that now, right? Like, you can't just say that.
I'm going to put it on.
And will, because I'm going to clip that in case you decide not to. Guys, the women's 200 is also being contested. It should be a good one. It should be a fast one. Shericka Jackson highlights the field. She has gone 21.87 this year so far, but she is not alone. She is not alone. Newly crowned Euro champ Amy Hunt will also be joining her, and Anavia Battle, Kayla White, who has just joined the 21 club, and Brittany Brown, who has started her season kind of late after a really bad bout of pneumonia she was facing. She opened her season at USA Nationals.
Well, we've seen Shericka run fast and say that she's capable of running much faster. She said that she's back in that shape from a few years ago, and so I'm excited to watch and see what she can do this weekend. Yeah, like I said, same thing with Masai. We haven't really seen her on the picture for, at least a couple weeks, like prevalent too hard. And so just being recovered, having fresh legs, I think is going to be really big and important.
Yeah, I definitely agree. What do you guys think?
I think that especially with the passing of one of the great Jamaican coaches, I think that she's going to be running with a little bit something else underneath her belt. I know me as an athlete, I would be getting on the track saying, like, I'm going to put on a show for my coach, man. I'm going to make sure that, he goes out with a bang. And I think that she's going to run very well. I mean, it's with Shericka Jackson we're talking about. But I'm excited to see what Brittany Brown does. I know that she's now training with John Smith in California, so it'll be interesting to see like how she pulls everything together and how she runs. I would have liked the Navia season to be looking a little bit more a Navia battle-ish. I think that she's still figuring stuff out. I don't think that they're just going to easily give Shericka the win, but I'm going to pick Shericka for this one.
I love it. Justin?
I think I'm going to roll with Shericka on this one because of the fuel of the passing of Frano, like English was saying earlier. She's emotionally probably and mentally at a fork in the road. Are you still mourning, or you have that fire in that says, let's go do this for Frano? And that's all and for me, if I was in her situation, I'm warming up for this race. And the last thing that's said to me is, do this for Frano. Oh, I'm going to be running like a bat out of hell. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to pour my emotions into that race. And I hope that's what she's going to do. When you look at Brittany, I know Brittany has gone through a lot in the last season, and she's making her comeback. I'm not looking for her to do something incredibly amazing like we know that she can, but I think that she's building herself back to that, to be there. And next year is going to be a season for her where she's going to say, hey, I'm back, y'all. Y'all see me what I did last year. I was struggling to get back into it, but now I'm here with the fresh legs, ready to go. When you look at Navia, Navy had a great season last year, right? Becoming Diamond League champion, going across the world, battling everybody like her last name, no pun intended. But it's the fact of, I want to see consistency from Navia. And sometimes athletes have to find that consistency and just lock in and say, repeat, 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 repeat. Don't worry about what's going on in your life. Don't worry about what's going on outside of the track world, and just keep going forward and keep pushing. So I think Navia will be able to bounce back. I think this is actually going to be a good race for her too.
I agree with everything that was said. I echo everything you guys are saying. And again, obviously, rest in peace to one of the greatest to ever do it, Stephen Francis. I think that it adds to Shericka Jackson's purpose in why she runs. She's been incredibly intentional from when speaking to her at World Championships. And she called her bronze medal in the 200 like hope and hopeful, because she had like a double hamstring tear the year prior and things just looked real low and meek. And, you know, she lifted herself back up and really started paying attention to her mental health. And we're seeing how that now translates to her performance on the track. And to your point, DeVontae, she did say, she said, I think I'm better than 21.4. So there's something crazy in the tank now with that added purpose of why she runs. But again, like I said, echoing everything people are saying, but I actually also have my eyes on Kayla White. She has been having a really, really, really good season. Came second at Nationals, and like I said, recently PR'd in the 200. And you see this trend in star athletics where it's like, Dennis is clearly doing something special, where it's like Melissa was like, I'm not just a 100-meter runner who can run the 200. I'm a 1-2 runner. And some people maybe even argue that my 2 might be a little better. And I think they're getting Kayla into that territory now, and she's seeing it. She proved it to herself. You're not just a 100-meter runner. You can run that 200, as we've all seen. 21.9 is no joke, and I think she can go a lot lower, especially with that newfound confidence. Clearly she's fit, and clearly she's ready. So she's not my pick, but I think she can do something special, and we need to have our eyes on her too.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I can't leave out Amy Hunt, being the European double gold champion in the 100 meters and the 200 meters. If her legs are fresh, she's going to be a problem in that race because her confidence is super high right now. So, but I think it's going to be an amazing race across the board when you have, like you said, Kayla White coming back into form. And I know personally how it is when you have that hiatus of like 2 weeks and you're training with Dennis, you're going to come back ready. And so I'm predicting that Kayla's going to drop another big bomb and she's going to go into that 21 range. And the rest of the field is going to follow suit, and it's going to be a very fast race.
Okay, I'll leave it there and leave it at that. Let's move on to the men's 400-meter hurdles. Rai Benjamin is making his 400 hurdle season debut. As we all know, he has been running 400s all season. He even PR'd. What do we think he's going to do in his opener? Go ahead, DeVontae.
Back in my domain, of course. It's hard to gauge what he's going to go out there and do. We talked a little bit. He has the 400 PR this season, but I think that was me and English talking a little earlier. Like, that rhythm in the 400 hurdles is so important, and simply being faster does not necessarily guarantee you running a better race in the 400 hurdles. You know, sometimes more speed is detrimental to you as a 400 hurdler. But what I will say is I do think that Rai Benjamin could possibly be 12 stepping. Possibly, maybe one hurdle, maybe 2, honestly. But with the strength and power he has, the speed as well, and just his height and overall stride length, I think that now that he's dropping lower and lower, capable of running 43 in the 400, if I say so myself, I think that he could be 12 stepping, and that could be a new part of his race plan. If he's capable of taking 12 steps between even one hurdle, that would be incredibly crazy. Like that would be just, you know, mesmerizing to watch, honestly. But the times that we'd see, the times that his ceiling would improve significantly, even if he could just do it one hurdle effectively, because to do it one hurdle effectively, he has to be able to do it for 2. And if we see that Rai Benjamin go out there and try and experiment, I think this could be the base and the start of Rai Benjamin's big breakthrough again, you know?
Okay.
And people don't understand how big a breakthrough he had in Tokyo, because he broke the world record in Tokyo. He just happened to lose because someone else broke it by even more. But Rai Benjamin's been that guy. He's had his breakthroughs, and he stayed consistent. He's been running fast, and we haven't seen many different things from him, you know? We haven't seen him really spend a whole year focusing on something totally different. And so this kind of reminds me of that college life, you know? You get away from what you know, get out of your normal rhythm, and it helps you come back and elevate to a better rhythm when you come back. And so I'm excited to watch Rai Benjamin. I'm really going to analyze his race for this week.
Okay, yeah. I'm mad that it's a non-Diamond League event. That's frying me right now, because I would have, man. But go ahead, English.
Man, I knew he couldn't let Dos Santos keep having all this fun this year. He wasn't going to let it last that long. And, you know, I was having fun watching him run the 400. And, you know, like we did say before, like, I'm really concerned about his rhythm in this 400-meter hurdle race because he has been running open quarters all year. But I do think that he's a very professional. He's like your professional when it comes to these 400-meter hurdles. And I don't think that he would step on the line and not be prepared to run something
Ever.
great. So I do expect Rye to run something very phenomenal, and I think that the 400 will, if it puts together, it will benefit his 400-meter hurdle race.
Okay. Justin?
I have no idea. I thought that I understood his plan for the season of like, we're just going to do some 400s. We're going to segue into the 4 and see how it feels. You know, he climbed the top of the mountain in the 400 hurdles and he felt like he needed something new, right? It's kind of like from Cabal, right? But then now he's jumping back into the 400 hurdles. So you're like, all right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I think in this race, I can only say is that it's going to be a controlled race. It's going to be a race where he knows he has to control it from the beginning, set the tone, and be able to run the race almost like it's a fast prelims or a semi-run, where it's going to be a quick time, but doesn't have to be a blockbuster world lead, but it's something to get the rust off of him, get out there and compete again at a high level, and just to show that he can dominate still in the 400 hurdles as we know he can. But I'm like, all right, what are we doing? We're going back to the 400? Because I wanted to see you get down to some 43s, bro. Like, what we doing? So maybe he's going for both. I'm going with you, D. Whatever you do, I'm doing. Here's some popcorn, bro. What we doing?
There we go. You feel me? Listen, also two things, right? I think you guys understand this better. You know, you guys are professional athletes. For one, whenever you're running out there in them semifinals, you're relaxed. That's when you run your fastest. And then two, you guys know what it's like to run something crazy at practice, but you guys do the 100 and 200, you know, so it's like, hey, you're going to see it in the meet eventually. But I think Rye might have been doing something crazy at practice, and Coach Hayes like, hey, no, like, we can't risk, you know, you might not have this next year, you know, she might have seen something, it's like, hey, listen, we don't know what next year going to look like. Let's go out there and see what this looks like in a race ASAP. Give me Rye Benjamin 46.6. Maybe 46.5.
Okay.
Joanna Hayes is like a Jarvis to the Ironman. Anything can happen.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. I don't hate that. That's fast. I don't hate that. So we'll see. We're going to go into Olu's Field Report, and this week, it's actually a very, very special edition.
If you're watching this, I'm obviously not on the set of the meetup this week. In fact, I probably just touched down in Switzerland, and I'm going to tell you why. But first, I got to give you a little bit of a history lesson. On May 6, 1954, Roger Bannister became the first man to ever run under 4 minutes for the mile, with a time of 3:59.4 seconds. At the time, breaking 4 minutes in the mile was considered an almost impossible athletic barrier. But just 46 days later, John Landy of Australia ran 3:58 in the mile, breaking Roger Bannister's world record and proving that what was once thought as impossible had become attainable. Now let's jump ahead, no pun intended, a few decades and over to the field events. In July of 1988, Willie Banks became the first human in history to jump beyond the 18-meter barrier in the triple jump. So we have him to thank not only for originating the slow clap that we horizontal jumpers use to this day, but for also showing us that what was once thought as impossible had officially become attainable. It's been 38 years since Willie Banks first jumped 18 meters. And in that time, only 10 additional men have joined him in that feat, making a whopping total of 11 people who have ever jumped beyond 18 meters in human history. 38 years, 11 people. And the most recent name to have joined that list is Andy Diaz Hernandez of Italy. On August 15th, 2026, Diaz Hernandez jumped 18.15 meters in the triple jump with a legal wind of 1.7 meters per second. This officially ranks him as the 4th best performing male triple jumper of all time. And if you watch the competition closely, you could see that he fouled one jump that may have potentially stood as the new world record. But as we jumpers know, fouls are fouls, and we can't cry over spilled milk. But that being said, let's talk about the actual world record. 7 years after Willie Banks broke the 18-meter barrier, Jonathan Edwards, in 1995, jumped 18.29 meters. That record still stands 31 years later. So let me put this back into context for you. Roger Bannister's legendary sub-4 performance in the mile lasted 46 days. Jonathan Edwards' 1829 in the triple jump has stood for 31 years. And I just mentioned that in the 38-year span since Willie Banks first broke the 18-meter barrier, only 10 additional men have done so. Well, in that same amount of time, 38 years from Roger Bannister's breakthrough, roughly 660 men had accomplished the same feat. 38 years, 660, 10. Now, what I'm not doing is claiming that running a sub 4-minute mile is easy or anything less than exceptional. But what I am doing is painting for you a very clear picture of just how difficult and exceptional it is to jump beyond 18 meters in the triple jump. So when Andy Diaz Hernandez jumped 18:15, the world was rightfully put on notice. Now, I imagine that nothing I'm saying here comes new to any triple jumper or to anybody who follows horizontal jumps closely. But to the wider track and field audience and global sporting fans as a whole, know this: an 18-meter jumper isn't merely having a breakout season, no. He's entering rarefied air, etching his name onto the pantheon of the greatest athletes to have ever stepped on the track. A group of only 11 jumpers to have ever done so, with only 9 to have done it with legal wind. Seen in this light, one must ask, why isn't the 18-meter barrier held in the same regard as the sub 4-minute mile? As I said earlier, this is in no way to discredit Roger Bannister's legendary performance. The sub 4-minute mile remains one of sporting's greatest accomplishments, and for good reason. But this is to say that when somebody jumps over 18 meters in the triple jump, we all should be paying attention. Andy Diaz Hernandez said that the world record in the triple jump for him seems attainable, and he's going to be giving it a shot this weekend at the Lausanne Diamond League, and potentially again in 2 weeks at the Brussels Diamond League. Will he do it? Won't he do it? We'll all just have to wait and see. But me, I'll see you in Lausanne.
Thank you so much, Olu. We will see you in Europe. And if you guys want to get a more in-depth analysis of what's going on, everything Diamond League, catch English Gardner on Athletes Lounge, and stick around because Justin and Rodney will be right there to recap all the action on Ready, Set, Go. Let's talk about what's hot. English Gardner versus Justin Gatlin. Who would have thought that we would see this? It's on the books, y'all. It is on the books. Get ready for that face-off. 60 meters, September 3rd at Flow Sports headquarters. English Gardner and Justin Gatlin. Ah, man, this is going to be a good one. I want you guys to, talk hot real quick. English, I'm going to start with you. Why are you going to win this race? And give me something good, because I got my Don King hat on right now. I'm promoting this. Go ahead.
Listen, I've been watching film on Justin. It's been on VHS, of course. It's been on VHS, and then black and white film in it.
Weren't that the same?
And I've been studying him. I would like to say that I am one of the best starters in the world, and so that's why I kept the distance low, so my chances are a little bit better. I just don't see him coming out with this dub, man, because I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Okay, I love it. Justin, tell me, why are you going to win?
Well, I think there was definitely an oversight on English part, because I too is one of the best starters in the world as well. So for us to go out there and you think that you're going to take me out first 10 meters, you probably can get out there and get going. You still got them legs. I know. But over 60 meters, you still got to battle me for the next 50 meters. And I'm coming like a Mack truck. You hear me? I'm about to look like old Gat from 04. None of y'all was even born at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm bringing old school stuff back.
That's what I like to hear.
Backwards Gat, huh? Had backwards Gat?
Hat backwards Gat.
Okay. You know what? I like it. Before I give my pick, DeVontae, who's your pick?
Who's my pick?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fair Universal on the line, I got to make a pick real quick. Justin Gatlin versus English Gardner running 60-meter dash. All right. Okay, I think the race is going to be very, very tactical. The most tactical 60 meters of all time, right? We got two retired athletes who don't want to tear no hamstrings. I think it's going to be a very aggressive race, and I think whoever's the biggest dog that day will win, honestly, because I think you guys won it equally. Listen, I'm seeing a fairly close race. I'm seeing a photo finish.
You know I'm not hearing that, right? I asked who did you pick?
I'm seeing a photo finish. But
if
all the world stacked against me, everybody got to pick DeVontae for his pick to win. I got to go with what I know. I got to go with my you feel me? Give me Justin Gatlin up in the 60-meter dash. You feel me? I love you, English, but I got my boy Justin.
I want you guys to know.
I've been an underdog my whole
See, that's
career,
what I'm talking
baby.
about, nephew.
Listen, you know if Justin wins, you got his name tatted. You did say that off air.
And we're gonna put that space right
I
there.
give you a nice tat. I give you a new tat right here. All right, whatever the winner decides, I'll tat you. Feel me?
Miller headband.
I'm gonna tat a dog.
Okay, I'm gonna give my pick. We did say earlier in the show that sports vary. What have you done for me lately? And lately, English, she was in a, U.S. final in the 100. I've seen a lot
That was
recently.
back in my time.
I mean, that was less than 2 years ago.
Me and English are USA Nationals together.
I understand
And
that.
I'm Unk now.
Okay. Anyway, but I just haven't seen anything from Justin lately. I don't know what the training regimen has been looking like. That's what it is. I mean, obviously. Oh, okay. But I think I'm gonna go with English on that. I think I think she's a little sharper right now.
Hey, hit him with it one more time, Unk. Hit him with it one more time. Hit him.
You know, if I win, I'm doing it, right?
What'd she say?
She said if she wins, she's doing that.
Okay, listen. If you do that, I will clip you and post you. Listen, X viral. I got you. But I'm
And
okay
getting
with
her name tatted.
If you do that, I'm deactivating my IG.
I'm not worried about it too hard.
But I want you to
None of these
celebrate.
memes that's gonna come out if you win.
Yo, celebrate the same way
You
you
want me
did
to
at
celebrate?
Hayward, English.
No, seriously.
Same way you did at
Okay.
Hayward.
Easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Love it. Okay, I'm excited for this. Like I said, guys, September 3rd, Flow Sports headquarters, 60 meters. Justin Gatlin, English Gardner. It's gonna be fire. Before we end off,
that footage.
I need
the
Don't worry, we
footage.
got it.
You see that in the corner? You see that in the corner right there? That's a little glimpse of the trophy right there. That's all you're gonna see, just a glimpse.
Diamond League trophies on the
Anything.
line.
Just a glimpse.
You can't buy those.
You can't buy them.
You can only win them. And English will have one September 3rd. Don't worry, girl. I got your back.
Yeah, I will. I already got a spot picked out.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Can we
can't
bet?
wait to
Can
see
we
it.
bet on it?
Yes.
I love a good bet.
Oh, God. If you win, then what?
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out after this. We're gonna figure this out. Let's reconnect off air.
Okay, we will off air about this.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, before we finish off the show, we have to talk about Jakob Ingebrigtsen and his amazing return. He had not raced in 11 months due to injury and took home the European 5K gold for the 4th consecutive time. He'll be back in Silesia 2 Diamond Leagues from now. That's actually where he broke the 3K world record. And also Nafil will be reigning world champion in that same event and Olympic champion in 1500, Cole Hocker. Obviously, Jakob is different. And you would think that someone who's coming off of an injury, especially an Achilles injury, less than a year ago, would be a little rusty. But he's clearly in amazing form. Clearly, the fitness is up there. And clearly, he is not normal. He's very different. You can't put normal expectations on somebody who is a beast. So I want to know what you guys think. If this time away will hinder him in any way. He's clearly been in great form. But when he's in a certain level of field at a Diamond League meet, what will come about?
Well, for starters, obviously he's a dog because that was crazy. When I heard he's running, I was like, that's a little crazy, like I don't. But then watching the race, I was like, oh, okay, all right. And it reminds me of how many years ago was that Ryan opened up at World Champs in the shot put and won.
Yeah.
It's that level of crazy
Yeah.
because this is running after an Achilles injury. It's like people say it takes a full year to even be able to fully recover, and it's like to come back and be in that shape. I wonder what cross training you were doing.
Yeah.
And obviously it's working. And I think getting what we've talked about with every other thing today, getting off of that regular rhythm, especially being a pro for so long, getting out of your regular rhythm and making your body uncomfortable takes it to new levels. I'm excited. Cole Hawker is a hard person to bet against, depending on how the race goes, for sure, especially if it comes down to a kick. But I can't see Jakob losing, right? Well, I could, but he's too unpredictable for me.
He is very unpredictable.
He's too unpredictable for me, man.
He is very unpredictable, and I'm very proud of you with the field event shout-out, period. Justin, what do you think?
I mean, if it was just a one-off race, I'd have been like, okay, he's back. He had a good race. What's the consistency level at? But him to go out for the European Championships and do what he did out there, and watching the videos of him like controlling the race, like, chill, slow down, we got this. That tells you within that whole year, he's really been working on not only getting himself back from his Achilles injury, but the fact of really intricately focusing on how his race strategy is going to unfold, who he's running against. And we all know, like, track season goes year in, year out, year in, year out. Sometimes you feel like you don't have no time for yourself. So to have a whole year off, it gives you a lot of time to game plan, a lot of time to strategize, and to look at your opponents and how they're competing. So my pick is actually Jakob to go out here and do some more damage like he did at Europeans. And to see that he's able to, his Achilles and past injury, I want to say, was able to hold up through those runs and rounds, I have no issues with him. I think he's going to do a great job.
Okay. English?
From a fellow athlete who's also tore ligaments, right? You get an opportunity in this rehab to kind of fix all the little things that you never were able to fix before. And so I think that him coming back and running as well as he did, it really didn't surprise me, because for me, I sat home for 9 months watching all of these girls run really well and studying strengths and studying weaknesses and knowing what I needed to get better, and I worked on it. And so when I came back, I was able to open up what I was like really proud of. And so I see that in Jakob, but also he had to watch Kerr break the world record. Let's just really be honest about this. You know, there has been rivalry there for a long time, and so being injured, watching a world record, and being like, you know what, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna run my ass off. And I think that's exactly what he did. So I think this meet, we're gonna see him double down on that.
That's a good point. This is interesting timing. Very, very interesting time. It's given very hold my beer. You know, it's like, okay, but
yes,
I got more. You know what I'm saying? That's what it gives. What were you going to say, Justin?
I totally forgot about the whole Josh Kerr went out there breaking the world record and how it is actually linked to, you know, Jakob watching that and probably getting fueled. He probably had the best practice he had in his life the day after.
Best.
Damn it, it should have been me.
No, but it feels like that. Because he has the mile indoor world record. He has the 3,000 meter world record. I think Jakob goes for it next year.
Well,
why not?
Why wouldn't? Why? Because now he knows it's possible, and to see it possible from someone that, like, you know, you've taken down before, it's a different level of watching someone that you've beaten in a recent time, you know, do something. It's like, oh, I can do that too. Anytime I've seen a guy I've spanked on for years, whether it had been the year before, 2 years before, it's like, oh, he can go out there and run 13.6, 13.5, 49. I can go do that. And it changes your mindset, and it takes to a new, if you don't already have that level of belief, which I believe most elite athletes do, well, even if you already do have it, it just stacks on top of it as well. And it's like, wow, on top of your self-belief, it's like, okay, I see things in the world where I believe in now. It's not just my own personal drive and dog in me, my own delusions. I can do that because I'm better than him. Because when you believe you're better than someone that do something, hey, listen, that fires you up. It's like you're willing to do a lot of things to get there.
And he's Norwegian, man. That Viking blood, boy, they go crazy.
We already know how they get down.
We go out there and do.
We already know how they get down.
And I mean, the thing is, us watching him come back in return, we would have been like valiant effort if he went out there and got bronze at the most. We'd have been like, oh, he's back. Oh, amazing. But for him to go out there and do what he did, man. And let's be real. The feud between Josh Kerr and Jakob was one of the best feuds I've ever seen. Like, I love watching them. Listen, they need to make a little movie about that, because that beef was served up really good. They need to do it again. So seeing him bounce back from this, let's keep going.
Ooh, guys, we should do that and all produce it. Let's just pitch that and do that now.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my head and act like I'm thinking about it so they can see my haircut.
And on that note, That was episode 65 of the meetup. We are here each and every Tuesday, except for next Tuesday, but we will be back for the Brussels Diamond League and World Ultimate. So sit tight, we're just missing 1 week. But until then, I'm Nia, DeVontae, Justin, and English, and that was the meetup. See you guys next time.